Good evening, everyone. My topic is all about students' diversity in motivation. In this module, challenge yourself to reflect your own experiences as you read through situation given in this module. Present the social and cultural influences on the cognitive and motivational process of learning by means of the graphic organizer, and state and explain two principles: the social and cultural influences on motivation. Students who, by themselves, are already as diverse, also differ in age, developmental stage, gender, socioeconomic, and cultural background. Individual diversity in learning preferences and tactics have always existed among students, impacted by sociocultural factors such as ethnicity, culture, educational background, sexual identity, geographical location, and socioeconomic status. Historically, more culturally homogeneous students' bodies tended to obscure this fact. Young children often want to gain teachers' approval to be motivated, while the older ones are typically more interested in gaining approval of peers, by Jovan and Weir of 1993, quoted by Ormrod of 2004. Motivation is not only important in its own right, it is also an important predictor of learning and achievement. When a student feels a personal connection with a teacher, they engage better. More importantly, they want to engage with someone they see and feel as liking them but valuing and respecting them too. Elementary students tend to attribute their success to effort and hard work. By adolescence, however, students attribute success and failure more to an ability that is fairly stable and uncontrollable. Effort becomes a sign of low ability. Attribution are beliefs about what causes success and failure. Assume you receive a low grade on a test and are wondering what caused the low grade. You can come up with a variety of explanation for and attribution for this failure. Maybe you didn't study hard enough, maybe the test was difficult, maybe you were unlucky, or maybe you're just not smart enough. Individuals try to explain their failure to external factors rather than internal factors in order to maintain their self-esteem. They also have a tendency to credit achievement to internal forces. As a result, individuals may ascribe failure to internal issues more than external factors in public circumstances. Students of Asian background are more likely to attribute academic achievement to unstable factors like effort and attribute appropriate and inappropriate behaviors, temporary situational factors than students brought up in mainstream Western culture. Students of Asian background and their early academic skills are linked to the home environment, where inadequate literacy movement and persistent stress have a negative impact on a child's academic success. Parents from low socioeconomic backgrounds are less likely to have the financial resources or the time availability to provide academic support to their children. Females are more likely than males to have a high need for affiliation. In discussion, women have been shown to be more expressive, tentative, polite, and relationship-oriented, whereas men have been found to be more assertive, power-hungry, independent, and focused on tangible consequences. Women have been shown to be more emotionally expressive than men, but men have been shown to be more dominant. For example, Hill's research indicate that women have a greater demand for attachment than men. Women report getting greater enjoyment from connecting with other people than males, and they are more prone to seek out the company of others when they are upset. Students from low-income families are among those most likely to be at risk for failing and dropping out of school. Children from low-income homes frequently enter school later than their counterparts from more affluent families, as seen by school readiness tests. Poverty rates, intensity, duration, and timing all have an impact on a child's educational success, as do community features and social networks. Children raised in a poverty have numerous emotional and social obstacles, chronic stressors, and cognitive logs as a result of major changes in brain structure in memory and emotional related areas, resulting in lower academic achievement and greater behavioral disorder in the classroom. Students with special educational needs show the greater diversity in motivation. Some may have intrinsic motivation to learn classroom subject matter, yet they may have become easily bored if class activities don't challenge their abilities. Students with special educational needs should be given small rewards every time they give appropriate responses. These reinforcers or rewards have to be interesting enough to a child to serve as a motivation and should be based on the child's personal interest and preferences. These rewards may help in the development of their social, language, and behavioral skill. Our student motivation may vary on account of age, gender, cultural, socioeconomic background, and special education needs. Our class is a conglomerate of students with varying ages and gender, and most especially cultural background and socioeconomic status. When working, learning with people from a variety of background and culture present in the classroom, students gain a more comprehensive understanding of the subject matter. It also teaches students how to use their own strength and point of views to contribute in a diverse working environment. To motivate all of them for learning, it is the best to employ differentiated approaches. Different folks, different strokes. What is medicine for one may be poison for another. Suggest that various people require different approaches, or that some methods are appropriate for some people, but not for everyone. Said to imply that persons are unique and that certain individuals or group have different requirements and desire than others. Two principles to consider regarding social and cultural influences on motivation are: students are more likely to model the behaviors they believe are relevant to their situation, and number two, students develop greater efficacy for a task when they see other themselves performing the task successfully. Whenever a student watches another behavior and then tries to imitate it, he or she is replicating the behavior. This is also known as social learning or observational learning. Modeling is a type of vicarious learning in which no direct instruction is required. Self-esteem pertains to your children's perception of his or her own self-worth, whereas self-efficacy is based on their belief in their own ability to do activities or deal with a problem. Your child's efficacy improves as he or she grows and learns new things. Every student learns differently. Fortunately, adopting a range of ways when teaching a subject not only assists alternative learners in gaining a strong grasp on new ideas, but also makes courses more fun and fascinating for the rest of the class.